So it's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks since Boruto chapter 66 dropped. There's been a lot of discussion on what's going to happen with the likes of Boruto, but with Kawaki impaling his brother to the chest and with Naruto seeing his son basically get killed, this is going to set up a lot of turmoil between Kawaki and Naruto. And I just want to talk about it quickly for today because I know for a fact after this things will never be the same considering what just happened. I've seen a lot of people ask me, yo, will Naruto actually try to fight Kawaki? I definitely do think that is an option, since obviously as a father he wants to make sure Boruto and Kawaki are safe and he wants to find a way to stop Momoshiki. Obviously with Kawaki going ahead and killing Boruto or at least impaling him while Momoshiki has manifested, it puts Boruto basically in this deathly state, or in a way he has died. It hasn't been 100% confirmed that Boruto has died just yet. I do imagine that he might say a couple words or he'll at least try to say something next Boruto chapter before we get the official death of Boruto, but at the same time I definitely do think that with this happening, it's Kawaki versus the world, man. Kawaki is slowly becoming the quote-unquote bad guy. Obviously through his eyes it doesn't seem as bad. He has his reasoning, and I just want to clarify again, this was mutually agreed between Boruto and Kawaki. I know people are hating Kawaki for killing Boruto like that, but it seems like they do have this sort of contingency plan, whether it's just to kill Boruto and that's it, or they're planning for Boruto to come back alive later. Whatever happens, we'll just have to wait and see in terms of that, but at least what happens right now with Kawaki quote-unquote killing Boruto, like I said, Naruto might have to throw the once. Seeing his son get killed like that, I know for a fact he is going to be angry, since obviously if you noticed at the end of last chapter, the dialogue between Kawaki and Naruto, Kawaki said, yo, I gotta take care of this demon that is controlling your son, and Naruto replied right away saying, no, the demon is you. And seeing Kawaki go for that kill, that is very heartbreaking for Naruto, and I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled out that belt and started going to work. Now obviously in terms of scaling, I don't think Naruto will do anything to Kawaki. I'm pretty sure at this point Kawaki is much stronger than Naruto considering the feats that he was able to obtain when fighting Borushiki. I'm gonna go more in depth with that in terms of how strong Kawaki is right now, because I've seen a lot of misconceptions on how strong Kawaki is. I've seen people say that he's like Ishiki level, which I gotta say I definitely do disagree with, but at this point Kawaki has reached a tier that I don't think Naruto can even contend with. So if Naruto decides to throw the wands and try to take out his belt and try to whoop his own adopted son, I don't think he'll have the power to, which leads to the theory I made last video talking about why Kawaki will seal Naruto away using his Daikakonin ability, since he does have access to Ishiki's dojutsu. But with that being said, I definitely do think this is where Kawaki begins to go down that villainous route. Now this is something that I feel like he doesn't recognize, but he's doing something that he has to obtain by any means necessary. Even Amado says this in the story. He understands that Kawaki will do whatever to accomplish his goal. That's in his character, that's been established. We even know that he sort of has an obsession due to how broken his childhood was in the past. But I do want to say that at this point, once the village finds out that Boruto got bodied, it's wraps for Kawaki. I'm gonna say it right now, I think that Kawaki quote-unquote killing Boruto, this is gonna force the village to grow a dislike over Kawaki. I don't think people notice this, but at the end of Boruto chapter 59, a lot of people, they seem to be very wary of Kawaki's presence inside the village. He's noticed that people are looking at him if the news breaks out into the village, especially with the way how the village treats Boruto, since he is praised as this hero for teleporting Ishiki out of the village. If that news ever breaks out, man, it's gonna be bad for Kawaki. The village is going to go crazy. With that being said, how will Naruto react? I definitely do think there's a chance that Naruto might go on a rampage. He might go crazy. He might lose it seeing Kawaki kill his own son. It's definitely going to be very interesting. I want to know what you guys think about this, because at this point, especially when we get to see the reactions of Sarada and Mitsuki and the rest of the new gen, how will they react? I'm going to be making a video on the new gen, what will happen next for those characters, especially for the likes of Sarada and Mitsuki, now that Boruto is quote-unquote dead. And I'm going to talk about the possibilities and what could happen for the story now that Boruto has quote-unquote died. Of course, this is assuming that Boruto is going to be out of the story for a bit. In my opinion, I don't imagine that he's going to come back for a while. I definitely do think there's opportunity for other characters to step up into the main plot, like a Sarada or a Mitsuki, now that the main character is gone. Sort of like how Dragon Ball did with Goku. I'm going to go more into that in another video I'm making that's going to drop very soon, but all I'm going to say is that I wouldn't be surprised if the Leaf Village goes against Kawaki and tries to push him out of the village. I mean, with Naruto seeing his own son getting bodied, it's going to set up a huge turning point for Kawaki. At this point, there's no way Naruto's going to look at Kawaki the same ever again. Obviously, there's some things that I feel like that were left out of the chapter that were kind of given to us at a of context, which will be explained in the next couple of chapters, especially with Ida's reaction to Boruto's quote-unquote death. I feel like if Boruto was going to die 100%, Ida would have had a much more crazier reaction. We know that Ida wants to attain true love, and the only two people she can fall in love with, at least not through her ability, is through Kawaki or Boruto. So with losing one of the two people that she could possibly fall in love with, I feel like she would have a much greater reaction. That's something I want you guys to think about for the next couple Boruto chapters. I definitely do think that's going to be addressed. I definitely do think there's some hidden meaning behind this quote-unquote death, and just let me know what you think about Kawaki killing Boruto, and what will the reaction be when the village finds out, especially with the likes of Sasuke too. I forgot to mention Sasuke, man. I feel like he will definitely feel a type of way, because obviously he kind of promised that if Momoshiki ever comes out, he will try to kill Boruto, and he did find a way to counter that ability by forcing him to absorb chakra. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. How do you think Naruto will react next chapter to seeing Kawaki kill his own son? Will Naruto lash out, or will he try to reason with him or talk to him? I feel like he'll go with the first option. I would love to see a skirmish, or at least somewhat of a fight between Naruto versus Kawaki. Personally, I do think if that were to happen, Kawaki will come out on top. I don't think Kawaki will try to kill Naruto at that moment. His motivations for killing Boruto and trying to stop this is for Naruto, so I don't think he's going to try to actually body his shit. I definitely do think that he will try to at least subdue him in a way, kind of going back to the theory I had, at least using the Daikakoden ability. But let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section below. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.